Yo, this your boy Donte.plummer back with another video. Talking to Chicago Bulls today. What do the Bulls do with Lonzo Ball? That's the question. What do the Bulls do with Lonzo Ball? Amnesty him. Lonzo Ball is probably not, if he play again, he probably 2 years away. At least year and a half. I guarantee this guy's Lonzo is about to have another knee surgery. They ain't said it yet, but it's coming. Lonzo is about to have another knee surgery, and Lonzo is going to be out another year and a half. The Bulls need to cut their losses. You tried it. When he was on the floor, the Bulls was humping. I ain't going to lie. The Bulls was humping. The Bulls look like they can, compete with the upper echelon Eastern Conference team. Without Lonzo, the Bulls is okay. Could be better if they can if they can find a quality point guard. You need a floor general. The Clippers Kawhi Leonard been talking about the Clippers for a while now. Hey, go trade for a point guard. You know what I mean? In the Bulls case, they got hit with an injury bug. Lonzo had bad luck. He's been going through this knee problem since he came in the league. We thought it was past him. It came up again. So happened he was on the Bulls and it came up. How bad luck we have, a la D-Rose. The good thing is he's not the quality of player that D-Rose was. So it doesn't alter the franchise like the D-Rose injury did. So you amnestying him and getting him off your books is not a bad idea. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just business. You know what I mean? It's just business. You coming up on the trade deadline. I know everybody been looking for the Bulls to make a move. I mean, what do? You trade DeMar, you trade Vooch, trade Patrick Williams, maybe. And if it was up to me, I wouldn't trade P. Will. There's nobody is off limits, but I wouldn't trade P. Will. Why? You seen what happened in the past when they draft talent people that they didn't draft out the door. Look at Larry Markkinen. Larry Markkinen looking like an all-star in Utah. Wendell Carter Jr., young boy. You know what I mean? You traded him for Vooch. You know what I mean? Now you're looking, now people are saying you should trade Vooch now. Just a few moments ago, they was talking about trading Wendell Carter for a better player. You cannot trade young talent like that and expect you to have sustained success. I mean, it just can't happen. I don't want to see the Bulls rebuild again. Retool maybe, not rebuild. If you're gonna trade anybody, I think you have to trade DeMar. I don't think Zach liked playing with DeMar. I think Zach is a stats guy, and DeMar take too many shots away from him. You can tell in his body language sometimes, he trying to change it, but it's in him. Zach he's a shot guy. He wants his shots. You know what I mean? On a night-to-night basis, Zach, he needs to take at least 24 to 25 shots. With DeMar on the floor, he's not going to get that. It's just not going to happen. I mean, look, trading DeMar would be crazy. Because you trading a go-to guy that can get you a bucket in the fourth quarter. But trading DeMar will also free up minutes for P. Will to be that second, third fiddle where, possibly he can develop into that number two that the Bulls always look for. Even when Derrick Rose was here. The Bulls always look for that number two and never can come close to finding it. It was never a player who wanted to come here. Now You know what I mean? It's possibly you can develop P. Will into being that. So, I wouldn't trade P. Will. You know what I mean? I wonder, would AK do anything at the trade deadline? Would I be mad if he didn't? No. I wouldn't be mad either way. If he stayed pat and just said, hey, you know what? We're going to live and die with this roster. Okay. Just understand, if you don't make the playoff with that roster, it's going to be a problem. You could not miss the playoff with this roster. With two guys capable of putting up 30 points a night, three guys possibly capable of putting up 25 to 30 points a night. No, you cannot miss the playoff with this roster. And go into next season and say what? Well, we're going to let Vooch and DeMar walk. That's stupid. That would be crazy to do that. When you could have traded one on and re-signed the other. This is why I said when Phoenix was in trouble with Aiden, I wouldn't say trouble, when they had beef with Aiden. Let's say that. And they had beef with DeAndre Aiden. I thought the Bulls should have picked the phone up and be like, hey, what's the price? DeAndre Aiden for this team will be ideal. He don't need the ball. He can play without the ball. Vooch needs the ball to be successful. That's just probably what it is. He was a go-to guy in Orlando. Vooch needs the ball. When Vooch doesn't get the ball, he don't play defense. If he feel like he got to run up and down the court, I wish I knew Spanish or whatever language Vooch speak to know exactly what he was saying, because he don't get the ball. I would love to be in one of those players' only meetings to hear. I bet he lead it. I bet he lead those meetings to know exactly what Vooch be saying. Because, and I understand it. It's times Vooch got it going and they just go away from him. This team, to me, are a Vooch type of team. But it's just, you can't run the ball through him when you have two ball dominant players with Zach and DeMar. They're not gonna stand around and watch him bang, 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 turn hook shot. No, they're gonna demand the ball. Hey, I'm open. You know what I mean? They're not that type of players. Ball dominant players don't play well with ball dominant centers. Even though, you know what I mean, Vooch is not that ball dominant. Vooch can catch and shoot. Zach, at times, can catch and shoot. DeMar is a true Kobe Bryant offspring. He's not the catch and shoot type. Give me the ball, get out of my way, let me go to work. That's what he is. And maybe, I don't know, man. I don't think the Bulls need him, but they probably is better off without DeMar. As weird as that sounds. They may be better off without DeMar. I mean, trade deadline is, man, like I said, 2 weeks away. Would they trade DeMar? You know what I mean? I know a few teams that can use DeMar. His old stomping ground, Toronto, can use DeMar. You know what I mean? Who else? Denver can use DeMar. He would fit right in with Denver. You know what I mean? He would fit right in with Denver. He'd be exactly what they need in Denver. That two-guard role, please. He would be ideal for the Denver Nuggets. But what can you get in return? That's the thing. What can you get in return if you make that trade with Denver? I know who I want, but and no, it's not the Joker. But I mean, DeMar is the only logical choice for me. I think if you trade Vooch, it does something to your offense. You know what I mean? It really do. It alter your offense too much versus trading DeMar. Yeah, you're gonna have some growing pains with DeMar gone, but you hoping that P will come along and feel comfortable enough in that role to fill that gap. He's not gonna score 30 a game, but if he can give you 20 and 10, 18 and 9, you live with that. I mean, you if you trade DeMar and ended up in a play-in game, I'm not mad at that. I'm sorry, I'm not mad at that. If the Bulls traded DeMar in the next 2 weeks and ended up in a play-in game, I wouldn't be mad. Because if you trade DeMar, you amnesty Lonzo, let's say after the season. You amnesty Lonzo, you go into next season with some money to spend to go out and get a point guard. Not only go out and get a point guard, to go out and get some outside shooting. Jesus. They need outside shooting bad. Go out and get some outside shooting, a point guard. Maybe you can find, you go in the draft and get one. Who knows? But I think the Bulls would be better off in that situation, versus trying to debate on who should they pay, DeMar or Vooch. To me, the person they should pay in the offseason is Vooch, not DeMar. You trade DeMar this season while his stock is high. Maybe you get a first-round pick and a player for DeMar because teams are desperate when playoff time is creeping up. And maybe that's what you need to, retool the roster and not really give up on the season, in my book. So that's my video. That's Bulls Talk. Catch y'all on the next one.